I am playing Luvon. He is a Shadowvale blade singer. He is a man uh, pretty old, and he is a devout follower of Ravenesca.
Welcome along to the newest episode of Sogravia from the Evil Perspective side. Today we are a player short as we have lost Rosalind for the day. She may turn up at some point, we're not sure what happened to her, but we hope she's well. However, we have gained somebody new. Kira, welcome along.
Hello.
Kira, please give us a very, very brief description of your character, because obviously we'll meet you in the introduction.
Yes, I am playing Luvon. He is a Shadowvale blade singer. He is a man pretty old, and he is a devout follower of Ravenesca.
Fantastic. Losk. Lavi, sorry. Choose your character, please.
Hello, I'm Lavi. I'm playing Lusk, the Changeling Bard.
Welcome along. Argo?
I play Strix, the now Twilight Vampire Cleric.
Oh, we did change. Okay, I didn't realise that. I was half asleep on that one. Sorry. Yep, okay, my cleric's changed role. And Moon.
Hi, I'm playing Tylon Cinderstorm, the reborn scout rogue.
Otherwise known as Noble Hater. A quick recap. You were asked...
That's a new nickname I didn't know I had.
Yep, you were asked to travel to Zerenia for multiple reasons. The primary reason of concern is one of your Magus Arcane friends asked you to take the Black Sapphire to Salmistra, the head of the Magus Arcane in Zerenia. You also had some minor quests, including giving a bit of your body to the... names.
I don't remember their name.
Yeah, I'll get there in a second. I don't have that sheet open. To the Master of Necromancy, basically, over at Zerenia. We also were asked to investigate as a bounty a necromancer in the local area called Liana. And finally, you were asked by the Shadowvale to gain the attention of Rockus Sunderdown, the bandit master. They also told you to make contact with the Shadowvale within the area. And you were also asked to assassinate Amon's assistant. Amon's assistant is, they were told to, you were told to just keep an eye out, keep a scout out, and see whether you can get an eye on them. I think that summarizes every reason you've turned up here. So, as you have arrived and taken a long rest in one of the Magus Arcane rooms up in Upper Zerenia, we will begin with the party having sort of regrouped and headed down into main town Zerenia, so Lower Zerenia, where you will find multiple taverns, shops, restaurants, bars. It's shortly after dawn. It's a fairly beautiful town, and you can hear the tinkling of water, and you can see various beautiful elves, all dressed in fine whites and golds, passing throughout the town. The floor is yours.
Good morning, everyone.
Good morning. We should... Okay, we have a lot to do today. First things first, I'm hungry. Let's go to a tavern.
The local tavern is called the Subtle Serpent Inn, sorry.
To the Subtle Serpent Inn we go.
And outside you see a large sort of shielded sign. And in contrast to a lot of the shop signs you see here, which are enchanted by magic, and tend to have emblazoning writing in gold or silver, the Subtle Serpent Inn is written in green, and there is a dark red sort of wyvern as the image for the tavern. And as you head in, it's quiet inside. I mean, firstly, it's morning, but secondly, it's not particularly well lit. a sort of slightly darker skinned elf stands behind the bar looking you down. You see a younger girl walking around, cleaning up some glasses, obviously laying out some breakfast for another group of people, a couple of elves who are sitting quietly in the corner. You see the games master, who appears to not be elvish at all, and is in fact a tiefling, who is currently flicking dice up in the air and catching them. 6 or 7 dice at a time. He seems very nimble. And sitting in the very corner, you see a gruff-looking elf. You very rarely see a beard on an elf, but this one has just a smattering of facial hair, dark eyes, and next to him is a board of bounties. As you enter the tavern, Gondran greets you by name. He says, Strix, Losk, Tylon, welcome to our humble city. I heard of your arrival last night. Did you sleep well?
Yeah.
Excellent.
It's interesting. Actually, I'm not going to say anything until.
The tavern master looks over you and says, "Oh, those snooty elves up top not feed you this morning? You looking for some breakfast?"
Yes, I am quite famished.
Excellent. For the generous price of 6 silver, 6 callbacks, I will provide a luscious breakfast to the 3 of you, with coffee, ale, and wine. And he looks at Tylon. Was there just 2 of you eating?
Probably just one.
Just one?
Yeah.
Excellent. Well, in that case, for the price of 2 silver, 2 callbacks, sorry, I will remember that. A second, I will provide you the most lavish breakfast you have ever had, Losk.
Sounds good.
And with that, he sort of clicks his fingers, and Cowan, the help, as such, heads out back and begins conversing with an elf who appears to be doing all the cooking whilst not actually in the room. She's standing at the doorway and appears to be focusing on casting. That appears to be how the food is produced here. And as you take a seat at the corner, Duskren, the games master, comes over to you and says, "Friendly game of dice, perhaps?"
Thanks. The odds always seem to be against us.
The odds indeed are against us all. Enjoy your breakfast, and we shall dice afterwards in the private room over there. He gestures to a room to his left. Shortly afterwards, Cowan brings a steaming pot of coffee and 3 cups, just in case either of you fancy a drink. And a little while later, you see poached eggs, a hock of ham, beautifully made fried bread, some interesting meat that looks to be some sort of fowl, perhaps a guinea fowl. And as this plate steams in front of you, Losk, the gruff elf wanders over to the other 2, and he says, "Pardon me, no mean to interrupt your breakfast, but I've got a bounty that might interest you, or more specifically, you." And he looks at Strix.
And what would this bounty be?
Oh, I'm sure you're familiar with the Underdark. The Drow have been making incursions recently, and, well, we don't function too well in the darkness of the night, as you might imagine. We think it's only a forward scouting party, 3, perhaps 4 Drow, in the local caves. Should you wish to investigate, here's a map. 6,000 rubles if you can bring me some Drow heads. And with that, he, without waiting for a response, walks away, leaving Losk to breakfast in peace.
What exactly are they doing? Just scouting around?
It's some sort of forward scout party in the local caves.
I'll take out my flask and take a big swig of mystery juice while
Mystery
Losk
juice.
is having breakfast.
Lovely.
Yeah, Losk is gonna finish his breakfast.
Hmm?
Start and finish his breakfast.
Okay. And then the Games Master says, well, take a step over here. Let us game. And he gestures you into a small room where the shadows don't even recede to your eyes, Strix. And you sense a presence. Give me a perception check, please, all three of you.
Damn it.
18 for me.
Well.
Tylon, you're muted. Perception check, please. Oh, did we have a be right back message or something there?
Yeah, I think the last thing he said, he was getting food.
Talking to get food. Okay. Tylon will give you a perception check.
He said he got
He
11.
rolls a 17. Oh, well, he should go by my dice. They're kinder to you. At this point, none of you see anything unusual. And Cowan comes in and she sets down a strange-looking pot of tea and 4 glasses. Glasses, not cups. And says, even those of you who do not normally drink should partake in this liquid. She bows and heads out, and most strangely, the Games Master follows her. If you would all take a sip of your tea, please, even those of you who do not need to drink.
I sure hope this isn't poisoned. And I'll
Yeah, I'm
drink the
gonna
whole thing.
sniff it first and then.
Yeah, I mean, I can promise you it's not poisoned. I'll just give you
Okay. Yeah.
That's just what a poisoner would say.
that. Yes, well, I have easier ways to kill off my players than telling you must drink the tea, I will kill you. As each of you sips in the tea, the shadows appear to be lighter. And as you take another look around, you feel a bit hazy. You see a different decor on the walls, the darkest of reds. And sitting over in a corner is a particular character. And for some reason I didn't prep this image despite asking you to send it to me, so bear with me a second.
No, it's fine, because I don't look like that yet. That's fine.
Okay. Well, sitting over in the corner is a particularly unusual character. Upon a chair. And he looks you over and he speaks.
So you're the ones that Malathor sent me for.
That is.
Either way, I'm here to assess exactly what y'all are made of. Come with me.
I do enjoy a test. And I will follow close behind.
I will begin to lead them outward, heading down to outer Serenia. Continue to move forward, and we'll progress to a house. This house is quite familiar. It's quaint, and simple. It's open. Perfect. As I head inside, the door shut behind us, I drop my infiltration, and you'll see now a white-haired Shadowvale, dark skin, wild blue eyes, a nose ring with a chain leading to the ear with ears pierced, another hanging, a large black robe, and underneath I'm wearing like a tight leather number with zippers and silver pauldrons with rings. And on my right finger is a raven-clawed skull armor ring that completely covers my entire finger. I wonder, what can you all do?
Well, we've been traveling together for about a week now, and I say that we are proven to be quite capable of various things. Whether it be stealing or killing a giant, you name it.
I'm going to walk over to the window and pull back the curtain. And as I pull back the curtain, you can see outside people and some children playing. What do you see?
I see little gremlins running around, causing chaos.
And you, Strix, what do you see?
Half food, half fodder.
And Tylon, what do you see?
Oh, to be honest, I don't even know what the fuck I'm looking at.
Children playing.
Children?
Yeah, children playing. That's what you can see right now.
Probably say I don't see anything.
What I see is suffering. All of them silently suffering, imprisoned in flesh, waiting to be freed. Life, even mine, is fleeting. All of us are nothing but dust in the wind. So when I asked, what can you do? I'm not asking for skills. Skills deteriorate with age. Just like them. We are born, we grow, we live, we fuck, and we die. However,
That was an oddly specific third one.
I'm not asking for skill. I'm asking for conviction. Are you beings of conviction?
I would have thought it'd be quite obvious from how I'm dressed. I'm quite convicted already.
Depends what we're being convicted about.
Yeah.
Or for.
So, if you were to be giving a task, you wouldn't falter at the singlest hint of opposition. You would push past without any regards for anything.
Yeah, if we're promised reward.
Don't see what could make me give a shit at this point in my life. So yeah.
You have a life?
Good to know.
Give me another word that's better than life, and I will use it.
Existence.
There you go, existence. Cool.
In
Thanks,
this-
Thanks,
God.
God.
In this room, there is another door on the far side, and I will drag my finger along the wall as I go toward the door, simply humming. Well, let us test your conviction. Follow me.
Oh boy.
Yay.
Party games.
Alright, I follow.
As I open the door, the shadows begin to slightly flicker, and inside is a dining table. At it, you see 5 people sitting. Please, and Mr. Strix, I do hope you're hungry today. I will guide Losk to a older boy. I will guide Strix to an older woman who seems to be quivering as her mouth is currently taped and bound. I will lead Rosalind to a older gentleman, and I will lead Tylon to a woman, elven woman with red hair and green eyes. So,
Dick.
please,
You're a fuck.
show me your conviction.
You want us to kill him, or...
I thought that'd be obvious.
Well, you never know with these kinds of things.
You don't do a job by assuming things.
Without hesitation, Rosalind steps up to the man, slits his throat, sort of lets out a laugh as the blood sprays outwards over the table.
We're not making strength checks, right?
You're making no checks.
Okay, just making sure, because Losk wouldn't be able to kill anybody.
Oh, yeah, you can. Just
Believe in yourself.
Do you need a
Alright.
knife?
No, I got this. Losk is going to... Well, first of all, he takes a few steps back, and then he's going to extend his hand Uh, and then he just kind of clenches his fist, and with that, like a skeletal hand appears around the man's neck and starts strangling him. For reference, this is chill touch.
Yep, got it.
Perfect. Tylon.
You're an ass, just so you know. I'm going to grab my necklace, and then I'm gonna stab the person in the throat.
Conviction must be blind. May it be love or lust.
Or the knowledge that I know you didn't bring her back from the dead.
Please, Mr. Strix, I wish you to return to your base instincts.
I will lean in close behind the bound person and whisper in their ear, "Sing for me," and I take off their gag and use my draining bite on them.
Oh my.
Give me a charisma saving throw, please. Argo.
Bro, there, I
Oh.
was not expecting that. 10.
10, yeah, you fell in that one. As soon as you're finished your feast, you descend upon the second body, the third and the fourth, bleeding them dry.
This is useful. Your conviction has been proven. Now, if you'll excuse me, I will go to the back, and from the closet, I'll pull another elven man from the back and put him against the wall and form a shadow blade with my 2 fingers and slowly insert into his heart. And as I'm talking, I'll whisper, "On beated wings, I send another to you in flight. Shh. Don't struggle. Rejoice. You are free." And as I kill him, my right finger will lean up, and I will begin to pluck a strand of his last moments from his head as he falls. Perfect. You are indeed useful. I am definitely pleased. So, we have business to attend. What is it you want to accomplish first?
Like on our to-do list, or are you looking for something more specific?
Well, I am interested in what you want to do personally. We ought to be working together, so I have to consider your needs and wants, although you are just tools.
Well, first of all, we're gonna be promised a lot of money, a lot of cash, for turning in this black sapphire. Let me pull up the campaign notes.
Salmistra.
To the headmaster Selmistra, and then we need to go talk to the Shadow Veil requested that we also speak to a bandit leader. I forget his name.
Rockus Sunderdown.
Yeah.
And Nuvon
Right,
would
the
know
notes are
Rockus
open.
and know exactly where to meet Rockus.
This is doable.
We need to deliver Tylon's skin to Phyllis, the necrotic headmaster of Zerenia. And that's about it. Oh, and the necromancer bounty.
Yeah.
There's definitely much to be done. Well, do I know of? Was I able to hear the bounty they got before about the drow?
No, but you would have been in the tavern. You would have seen the bounty.
Seen the bounty. Well, the drow have been movement in the Shadow Vale. Some people have maneuvered through it and managed to survive, which is surprising to me. So, I would propose that we look to bolster our martial prowess. This necromancer, what were your intentions?
Well, we weren't gonna kill her. Since there's a bounty on her head, I'm sure she would appreciate if we simply told her. Perhaps she would, become helpful to us in the future if we simply tell her of the bounty.
This is quite enterprising. And how do you feel about this, Strix, Tylon, Rosalind?
For now, we're going to say that Rosalind has become temporarily mute. I haven't got a logic to that one, but yes, I'm not going to play her character for her.
I don't care.
To see my goals, I must amass forces.
In fact,
necromancer is a handy tool.
In fact, at this point, I think it's fair to say Rosalind is going to attempt to locate Rocco's Sunderdown herself and to make her introductions as a pirate queen. Perhaps you will meet her there.
Understood.
I say, if you haven't learned anything about me, I care about one thing and one thing only, and it's killing nobles.
Killing nobles. That could be arranged.
I'm glad that you seem to have the initiative to kill my
Don't push your
fiance,
luck.
huh?
This can also be accomplished.
Oh no, I put Tylon up to the task.
Same with you amassing forces, Strix. Helping the Shadowfell comes with a lot of perks. Although in the end, none of it might matters. We all return to her side in the end. I propose... Maybe we should deliver the sapphire first. The Mage's Arcane. There's a lot of possibility there.
I'm inclined to agree.
Well, if you'll excuse me, and I'll go ahead and reapply my infiltration of the elf I just killed.
Mm-hmm.
So, shall we go?
Yeah. Let's roll.
As the group ascend back up to Upper Zorenia, you are stopped at the gate. And Devon is allowed to pass, but they ask, you have an invitation.
They are with me.
Be that as it may, do they have an invitation? Lothk
Yeah.
has the invitation, yes.
Yeah, we do.
Very well, you seem to be missing one of your party members. She is travelling out of town, I assume. That is Rosalind. Just
Yep.
nod and smile. Perfect. Okay, very well, but you must proceed directly to the Mage's Arcane. The Lady Salmistra awaits you.
Cool.
Okay. As you head up a long spiral staircase and over a bridge, you see a tower, almost like a palace, rising before you, and the seven-pointed star lies upon the doors that appear to have no handle.
Could I possibly make
How do we get in?
Is this a push door or is this the same as?
It's the same.
Okay.
Take out the wand of the seven-pointed star.
Do a little ritual.
Yep. And as the star matches, the door simply disappears. You enter through, and a small elf comes straight up to you and says, "Oh, good day, good day. The Lady Salmistra is awaiting you. Would you care for an escort?"
Yes, please. As I don't know about you guys, but I have no idea about my way around this place.
None of you would know your way around. She leads you down a long, winding corridor and up a staircase and through a couple of doors and back round another winding staircase leading all the way down, 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 and down. Seems like you walk for almost 20 minutes. And finally you come to a room deep underground. And as you enter, sat on a very simple wooden chair is an astoundingly beautiful elven woman with golden hair down to her knees, in curling locks and the most hypnotic purple eyes you've ever seen. She speaks very delicately and she says, "Oh, why, hello there. Welcome on in. My name's Salmister. I understand you have something for me."
Ah, so you are the famed Zelmistra. And then I'm gonna hand her the black sapphire.
She hands you a pouch containing 1,000 rubles as payment and says, "Perhaps you wish to witness the magic at work. It is why I called you down here."
I would be honored to watch the work of such a expert.
She gestures towards a crystal pedestal at the back of the room. Yes? Move on.
While they're conversing, is there anything on her desk or anything around here that I
There is
can
no desk.
glean?
There is
No
one
desk,
simple
it's
wooden
just-
chair and 3 crystal pedestals at the back of the room. That is it.
Smart. Okay.
And you can see on the pedestal, 2 pedestals to the left and the center, a different colored sapphire, a deep blue sapphire, and the purest of diamonds, large. I mean, we're talking sort of head-shaped, sitting atop the crystal pedestals. And on top of the 3rd crystal pedestal, she lays the black sapphire, and you see her begin a ritual casting, where she murmurs softly in first Elvish, but then slowly she proceeds through other languages: Draconic, Primordial, Celestial, Abyssal. Even the tongue of the Drow comes into her chant. And slowly you see a black circle appear around the sapphire. And it expands very, very slowly at first, and then suddenly, straight through you all. Out to... Now, if you had been outside, you would have seen it line up with the other 2 globes that surround Zorenia, lower and upper. And she nods and says, "The protection is in place. Not only here, but in Justern, in Carthan, in Vahania, in Kovac. All the protection comes from Zorenia. Now, you come well recommended by Master Killian amongst many others, but we prefer to take our own precautions. At this point, I need each of you to make a wisdom saving throw, please."
Oh shit. 7. Yay.
Was this
A wisdom
is this
saving
like
throw,
a
please.
kind of
That is the
no,
15.
is this like a zone of truth kind of thing?
No, it is not.
I got an 11.
What did you get, Luvon?
15.
15. As she scours each of your minds separately, she picks up your most recent thoughts. But what she makes of them is not revealed upon her face.
I got a 20.
Okay, she doesn't give a shit. It was a powerful casting. But the thoughts she gains from you are not the thoughts that you would expect. For as this elven voice enters your mind, each of you responds in a different way. Tylon, you see the face of your ex-wife. Losk, you see a small home, musical instruments, peaceful, calm farmhouse almost. It appears that this is your home, but as you look deeper, you see that it is aflame. Strix, you see lines of men, pitiful men, chained together one by one against a wall in front of you, and no boundaries, no restrictions elsewhere, like you could travel anywhere. Luvon, you see the starkest of images, a beautiful elven girl, who you don't recognize. Give me a insight check, please.
Natural 20, 25.
Yes, well, you recognize her in form of your infiltration, but not your own. What this is the wife of the elf whom you have infiltrated. And it stands stark to you as an as in it is an image of her in the moments of her death. And this rings beautiful not only to Luvon, but also to the elf whom you have infiltrated. She stands up and she says, well, a most refreshing group of people. Unusual that you should come in such goodly weal. But useful, I could see you being. There is a necromancer shortly outside of town. She wears on her left hand a signet ring akin to this. She raises her hand and you see a large glowing ruby upon a ring set on her finger. She was once a sister to me, in relation if not in blood. I would much appreciate knowledge of her existence. I would say kill her, but I deem that task to be beyond the likes of you. But
Unfortunately, I believe that we were given a task by somebody else to kill her.
yes, well, perhaps they weren't considering your lives as important. You will not survive a fight with Liana unless you catch her by surprise, but find out what she's doing, report back to me, and when you investigate the drow, keep your wits about you. I bid you good day. And as you look up, you see her hair seems to fall to the ground. And as you catches your eye the golden shimmering of it falling, you look up again. Soul Mystery is not present. Your escort turns to you. Would you care to return to the Magus Arcane proper?
Yes, actually, would you be kind enough to lead us to Phyllis, the necromancer, or
Only a short
head
walk.
of necromancy?
Of course, he also makes his home down beneath the ground. Have you met Phyllis before?
Nope, but we were sent to meet him.
Please do not gasp in surprise when you see him. He is an unusual looking creature, but a most powerful mage.
I can assure you, we won't. I doubt anything could come worse than Tylon.
You say this, but
Oh,
looks are often
that
surprising.
was. Hmm.
Besides, your friend there is kind enough to wear a mask. Shall we walk?
Yes.
That was fucked up.
She leads you a short way down the corridor into another underground room, and she knocks gently and then says, I leave you here. You hear a voice come from inside, and it is gravelly. Come in.
Alright, I walk in.
And as you do, you see a most bizarre thing. Upon 4 legs, each of them finishing in sharp pincers, walks a humanoid body, emaciated face on one side, drooping lips, skin rotted to the bone, lank hair from one side of his head, a chain round his neck with a glowing ruby pendant, as he is stripped to the waist, and you see that his heart is beating behind the bone that is laid bare upon his chest. Well, you have come.
How could I not?
Sorry, what was that, Talon?
I said, how could I not?
Well, because you've got manners, perhaps. Or perhaps you don't. Yes.
Ooh,
Come
no
in,
one doesn't
come
know
in.
who Tylon is.
I'm Phyllis. And you? He looks at Talon. You are the one Killian spoke of.
Yeah, I'm your experiment
No,
for the day.
there is no experiment here. I was once like you, child. But I found this form to be more useful. This won't hurt much. And before you can even blink, Tylon, one claw, just from 20 foot away across the room, suddenly you feel it in your skin, just above your shoulder, through your armor, leaving no mark behind. He says, "Thank you for your offering. I have your reward here.
I just want to stop
Say,
lagging.
your dexterity is quite impressive.
Let us just say that it is not dexterity, but the flexibility of the mind. If you
Even
do not
more
believe you
impressive.
have boundaries, you have no boundaries. Take this ground, for example. Step through it.
Lusk is just gonna kind of look at him like, and then he's gonna like attempt to make a step down.
Nothing happens. He reaches forward with his claw and pushes it into the ground. His whole body begins to descend into the ground. And he
Lusk is
rises up
just
again.
gonna clap.
The powers of the psionics are ageless. Perhaps someday I shall teach you some tricks. But for now, I should warn you that Salmistra knows more of your history than you might think. She has chosen to let you continue as you are. But make not waves in Zerenia. Make them elsewhere.
When he disappeared into the ground, he turned incorporeal? Or...
Nope. He sunk his entire form into the ground.
What else is in this room?
Before you stands a room with him very central. Behind him is a desk covered in strange artifacts, skulls, phylacteries, other vials of blood, various other necromantic artifacts. Upon the wall is a mirror, but as you look into it, you see not yourself, but beyond. You look over to the left, and there is a very carefully drawn summoning portal. A mage's circle drawn upon the ground in etchings of gold and silver. It appears to be formidable in power. And at the very front of the room, to the side of the door that you entered in, is an altar. And what is most bizarre about this altar is the god to whom it represents. As Lathander is not worshipped in this land, and the god of the light is a very strange choice for a necromancer.
I will say, Phyllis, was it? Hello,
Yeah.
my name is Zatael.
Greetings, Luvon.
Oh, he knows my name. Okay.
He just straight up addresses you by name.
Okay, that changes things.
And as he looks at you straight, he says, he gestures towards the mirror on the wall, and as you look over, you see an image of your homeland, Shadowvale, and behind it is Maldathar. Phyllis is most definitely working for the other side.
Yeah. So, there's no reason for me to beat around the bush here.
No, speak as yourself.
I will. The altar by the door. Why?
The Founder is a mighty god, and sometimes light is the only thing we can find in the darkness. Think back to your homeland. What is the one thing that never happens? The sun does not rise, the sun does not fall. Should the sun rise, the Shadowvale power is truly limited. The power of Lathander is not to be underestimated, and is a thing to be worshipped.
I was just curious, that's all. So, Phyllis, what else are you working on here?
Nothing. I watch. One day, the time will come to lower the defenses of Zerenia, protecting the whole world in this brutal magical fashion. And then I will be called upon. Until then, I shall continue the job I have done for 300 years. Since I entered Lichdom 670 years ago, I have strived to be the face of goodness upon this world, to all appearances, so I can continue my experiments. The Shadowvale allow me to continue my experiments, bringing me the most interesting of subjects. And that is all I ask.
These the odds are against us all.
And they always will be.
I have one more question. Who else in the Mage's Arcane could be useful to us?
In Zerania, not one. The purest of high elves. They do not waver. Ever.
And they have no weaknesses.
Only that they are good. They are always good. And they never expect anything else. They believe themselves indomitable.
And that in turn is their weakness.
As I surmised. Pray tell me, Lusk, you have had dreams recently.
Have I?
Maybe, I don't know. It's your call.
Not particularly. That lady showed me a very weird image.
The dream I see is from Salmister.
Perhaps.
She shows you your heart's greatest desire.
Very cool.
You say you saw something interesting?
Yeah, it was interesting, to say the least. I don't know if it's my greatest desire, but it is quite intriguing. Just really quick to the DM. The 1,000 gold we were
1,000
rewarded
rubles
earlier.
you were rewarded, yes.
Yeah, sorry, rubles. Is that divided amongst us with Rosalind?
Yes.
Okay.
And you have also been offered a reward from Phyllis. But
Okay.
you don't understand the nature of this reward. He appears to have handed you a strange, forked twig. Give me an Arcana check.
Okay. Oh god. 24.
You would recognize that the power of this item. It shows divergences. It shows moments where fate can be turned, can be twisted. And a little like a foreshadowing, but many, if you were to place it upon the ground and focus on it just before making a decision, it would show you some possible outcomes.
It's a dodecahedron!
Sure.
Started in Zerania. It is currently Saturday in D&D world.
It is.
Sorry, I'm writing this down. Please
That's okay.
continue.
So he turns back to you all and forgets exactly what he was saying. Yes, I'm lost exactly what moment we stopped there.
Phyllis, continue back to your post. It's fine. Let's just we all go. Probably nothing else will glean here.
And be careful how you act in front of Salmister. She is more powerful than I, more powerful than you, more powerful than most. How she has not risen to headmaster of the whole guild is her choice. Nothing to do with her power. You have seen the havoc that Rialdon wreaked upon Emul. It is nothing compared to what Salmister could do, should she turn to anger.
Anger, you say?
Stir her not to anger.
Well, thank you very much, Phyllis, for everything. I'll give a wink, and I'll turn around and start to exit if Phyllis is there.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'll follow.
I'm gonna stay. I'm gonna stay once and then talk to Phyllis once everyone leaves.
Okay. As you all leave, he gestures with his hand and the door closes over. Tylon, you have stayed. Tell me what troubles you.
You seem to have a lot of information about everything. Might you have any knowledge I may glean from you about why I'm alive?
The process of being reborn is usually a choice. that you did not choose is
Not mine.
quite worrying, but powerful magic is involved in this process. I can name maybe 7 people on this country that could perform such magic, and most of them are of goodly will. Salmistra, Rialdan, Yakutur, perhaps the king himself. Maybe Amon.
Huh.
None of them have a reason to have done this to you. Perhaps you were blessed by some kind of goddess, child. But
Oh, this is far from a blessing.
it becomes a blessing in time when you realize that you have more of the one thing that every human strives for in this land. Child, you have time.
Does it get easier?
Yes. When you find reason and purpose, it is no longer a burden.
Thank you.
My pleasure. And you may want to take this. He hands you a small circlet. And it almost burns to touch. He says, "It hurts, but it works. Place it upon your head before taking rest, before sitting still. Embrace the pain. The following day, you'll be invigorated." It will only work once.
I just want to hear what this item does. What the fuck?
So, this circlet, when placed upon your head the day before, will leave you a night of pain and reduce you to 1 HP. But the following day, you will act as if guided by some form of divine power. For 24 hours, you will have advantage on all checks, all saves, and all attacks.
Jesus Christ.
So is this it does the damage to me, then I go to bed, or it does the damage and I have 1 HP the next day?
You will have 1 HP for 8 hours, and then at the end of the 8 hours, you will be full HP and have advantage on all your actions, basically.
And that's just for 24 hours?
For 24 hours, and then it will burn dry, and it will need to be re-blessed by a cleric of Lathander. And, well, there's one of those in the world. So, go find Phyllis.
Gotcha.
Okay, and at this point he bids you farewell. And hopefully you don't go back to him for a while, because Jesus Christ, that voice hurts.
Oh, you're putting all your smoking to use.
Yeah, I smoked the whole time. Yeah, somebody in chat said, "Welcome to your natural voice in 20 years after smoking 30 a day." And I said, "Welcome to how I'll be stuck talking for the rest of the day after this encounter." As the rest of you group up outside, the escort brings you back up the spiral staircase into the top of Upper Zerenia, where she turns to you and she says, "I get the impression you would not be comfortable staying within the Magus Arcane. Do you wish me to secure your rooms in Lower Zerenia?"
I suspect that actually, we don't have any more business, right?
Not in Zerenia, no.
Not that
Yeah, I
know
think
of.
it would be easier to, like,
Perhaps even in
You know.
Outer Zerenia? This is the building surrounding the outside of Zerenia. They are far more full of shady pricks.
yeah, I think lower might be better so we don't get jumped in our sleep while Tylon has, like, 1 HP.
Then the subtle serpent will have to do.
I'm not just going to use it tonight.
No, but just
You
in
never
case.
know.
Um,
Yeah.
She says she will secure your rooms at the Subtle Serpent, and hands you a small signet of the Magus Arcane to hand over as payment.
A twig that showed.
The headmaster asked us to find out about an individual living outside the city. How would we get back in?
Your invitation is a standing invitation.
Gotcha.
But basically, it says on it, designatee of the Carthan Magus Arcane to Zerenia.
I just wasn't sure if it was a one-time deal or not.
No, this will allow you as members of the Magus Arcane of Carthan and accepted members to allow entrance to Zerenia. So,
Actually,
go on.
sorry, really off topic. While Moon was talking to Phyllis, can I ask Luvon, so, what languages do you speak?
If you are wondering, I can speak quite a few. I'll speak in Common, and then I will switch to Undercommon, and then I will switch to Abyssal.
Okay, we can all speak Abyssal. That answers my question. Carry
Again.
I ensured
You're
this
welcome, Lusk.
process still took place. So, at this moment, she leads you down to the edge of Upper Zerenia, and you see that there are two options. You can walk out the gate that you walked in, or you may take a ride in the waterfall down to Outer Zerenia. And you see various people doing this. There is a small platform that appears to be attached to the waterfall, working like an elevator. It takes you down to Outer Zerenia, and that is a long drop, say 400 foot. Will you be headed to Lower Zerenia, or will you be headed out of town? Yes.
So, did you accomplish everything you wanted to accomplish with the Magus Arcane?
I believe so. What time of day is it?
12 noon.
Okay.
The sun is bright above you, sparkling through a land which looks like it never sees anything but sunshine.
I believe that we have time to perhaps attend to other business outside of Zerenia.
Good. I am most interested in this necromancer. There's an opportunity there.
From what I remember back in Carthon, when we were originally given the bounty, it was like a 3-day hike away.
No. It was a 3-day hike from where you were in Carthan. This is a short
Should we
half an hour
go
walk into
now?
the mountains.
Alright, cool.
She is known, you've been given the location by multiple people, but she is known to have what is a slightly underground, possibly even underwater lair, depending on how you progress. Which raises the question, Losk and Luvon, do you have a way of dealing with breathing underwater?
Nope.
I do.
For both of you?
Moss doesn't like getting wet anyway. He'll be fine. He'll just stay on the
Yes.
the shore.
Don't worry, Lusk. You can breathe underwater. I'll deal with that.
What about my silk, man? These clothes are expensive, handcrafted by my family's finest tailors.
Are you
It
not an
matters not.
exquisite user of prestidigitation, Losk?
It doesn't matter,
do.
Lusk. You'll be buried in something much more grander.
Every time you speak, I wonder why I haven't stabbed you in your sleep. Every time.
If you do, then you'll send me back to home much faster.
I think he was
I'm
referring
not
to
talking
Losk.
about you at all.
Oh, Lusk? Oh, okay.
Definitely talking to the noble man.
The noble talking about his noble clothing, yes. So, as
This
you...
is-
Sorry, go on.
Oh, sorry. My clothing is the only piece of nobility I have left from my family.
And this matters to you. This is important in the grand scheme of things.
It's important because look at it. It's comfortable. Okay, I can move around in it. It's pretty cooling. I don't know how hot it is, but like,
It's hot.
you know.
As Lusk is talking, I'm going to walk forward and begin to whisper. Much more grander men than you have died in ways and in outfits much more luxurious than this one. It does not matter.
Why should I care about those people? I'm worried about myself. Why are you
Talon!
telling me this? This has nothing to do with me.
Talon, maybe you should kill him.
I've thought about it many a times.
I'm pretty
I've
sure
attempted it as well.
if you kill Lusk, we can simply have Phyllis re-raise him.
That's
I'm
kind of a
sorry,
dick
but
move.
I enjoy being attractive.
Attractive, Losk is. As you step onto the small disc and descend along the waterfall, it's quite a gentle and
James.
pleasant journey, yes?
What kind of roll do you think I should do to keep my composure to those fucking 2 jabs she's done at me today?
What? You were a robot.
No, I got it. No, I think for now
Okay.
you are calculated enough in the presence of Louvon that you would probably
you
wait
are
until
no
later
fun.
tonight. I'm gonna wait till later tonight, when she is helpless. That would be your style, would it not, sneaky little bastard? As you descend down the waterfall, it's a pretty journey, and you're able to look out over the mountains. And as you reach the bottom, gently touches down, and you see what appears to be almost poverty-stricken housing around you. It is not a pretty sight, but you walk briskly through the streets. You see a couple of taverns, a brothel, ill-kept, and then a path leading out towards the mountains. And you would know that you would need to take this path for a brief period of time before turning to the right. It would be a lot longer a walk than it would be a ride.
I believe you all have means of transportation. Yes.
I believe Strix currently has the cart.
Carrot.
Oh shit, yeah, the donkey.
Carrot.
I will pull Carrot out of my pocket and enlarge the wagon, etc.
As you see your war chariot come to be, Donkey leading it, he sort of shakes his head as if he's been a bit small for a bit long, and lets out a little hee-haw, and allows you to alight onto the carriage. And as the chariot, I should say, it is no carriage. Yes, Luvon.
I see as they pull out the donkey, and I just simply, I'll ritual cast Phantom Steed.
Strix, make an animal handling check.
That's an 8.
Yeah, you have got no control over this as the donkey turns to the phantom steed and attempts to breathe something upon it that you have never seen him do before. This is a purple mist. I hope you weren't holding any other magic up, because he has just cast Dispel Magic at the 8th level.
No, I only had Phantom Steed.
Yes, he didn't like that. It frightened him.
Your Carrot does not fuck around.
Perhaps you
Your
should...
donkey is jealous.
Yes, it would appear that way. You could speak to him, address him yourself if you wish.
This is a one-mount relationship, apparently.
It is most definitely not something that he
Good,
is comfortable with.
What is his name? Carrot, you
Carrot,
said?
yes.
Hello, Carrot.
You see him nod. And then shake his head as if to say, look at me, I'm beautiful.
I am Luvon. So, you won't allow me to have a steed?
He looks confused. That is definitely not why he dispelled it.
Oh, he's scared of the magic, you said, right? Yes, the magic scared him?
It appeared that he was scared, if not jealous, but when you've asked him the question directly, he has most definitely not implied that he won't allow you to have a phantom steed. In fact, he seems to be implying that he's nodding down towards the ground where he stands. Make an Arcana check for me, please, Luvon.
Roll a natural one, it's a 7.
No, that's not going to cut it. Maybe Loss can help you. Loss, give me an Arcana check, please.
Oh boy, that's not a good idea.
Or actually, while you're at it, Tylon, give me a Perception check.
That's a nat
Oh,
20.
boy.
Oh, perfect. Okay, so Loss got half of the problem. Tylon, give me a Perception check.
15.
15. Tylon, you are able to see that the globes of protection from Zerenia fall shortly in front of you guys on the path. And with the Arcana check, you are able to tell that any magic cast upon these grounds, Loss, is tracked. It appears that he is trying to get you to wait. It is only
Asking
400
level
foot.
spell was the best
Yeah.
way for that.
Yeah, well, He wanted to make sure. What can I say? It's the only way to give a sorcerer enough HP to be a donkey. I'm sorry. As you see, there is only 400 foot to the edge of the circle, where perhaps you might wish to recast.
Well, then I'll wait till then.
Yes.
400 feet and have my seed. I'm sorry, donkey. You are beautiful, but I prefer my steed.
As you progress down the road 450 foot, you step outside, and as you step through these, now you can all see this with your perception, there is a white dome, a black dome, and a blue dome that correlate exactly to the colours of the gems you saw upon the crystal pedestals back in the underground cavern. This is clearly the protection magic of Zerenia, and you have just stepped outside it. If you were to now ritual cast Phantom Steed, you would be able to ride it with no problem. Donkey has no jealousy issues. And as you ride alongside him, thank you, music, that was very well done. You begin to look over towards the mountains, and you see a cavernous entrance that appears to be half submerged within the water, as if the river running across. And this is most definitely the cavern marked.
We are here. Going to get down and dispel from Phantom Steed with a snap. I know you, Strix. You don't need to breathe. Neither does Talon. It's only you, Lusk.
You wouldn't have to enter the water quite yet, as you would be able to see that the bridge goes over to where you would enter the cavern, but as you would enter the cavern, you would be headed down into the water.
Okay. Either way, it's a 24-hour spell, so I will.
Okay.
I will cast it.
That's what I was trying to make sure you had time for. Cool. I thought it was an hour. Right, 24 hours is plenty of time.
I'll go ahead and cast it. Just run my hand over.
And that is on yourself and Lusk.
Yes.
Okay. Excellent. As you cross over the bridge and begin to walk down into the water is not cold. It is slightly warm. But as soon as you enter the water, I need a perception check from Talon and Strix and an arcana check from Luvon and Lusk, please.
I'd like to light my candle of the deep as well.
That's a 2.
18.
I got a 2 as well, but that's a 10 in total.
Talon, your perception check?
I guess my
I get an
pass is
advantage
18.
for lighting my candle.
No. Not in this area.
Oh,
but still,
14.
you're in the entrance, so it's still well lit. It will come in very
14.
handy down there. 14's enough. You are able to see that the water appears to have a small steam rising off of it, despite the fact that with your leg in it, it is not particularly warm. Luvon, you are able to tell that magic is within these waters. But the nature of it merely seems prepared, on edge. Almost like an alert spell.
With my senses, can I tell exactly the level of this alarm spell?
Not particularly high, but what is most bizarre is it appears to run within the water, so dispelling it would give you moments before the water then rushes in with the next spell on top of it. And more importantly, you have already stepped in the spell. I need you all to roll initiative, please.
Ah, shit.
Just hold your rolls for a second, please. Sorry, this is taking forever to load up.
I've got a question actually about that vampire race you gave me.
Uh-huh.
I take damage in running water.
You don't take damage in this. This is not truly water.
Excellent. I was scared I was going to be taking 1d10 acid damage every turn.
Got a question.
Yeah.
Am I ever gonna get my crossbow?
Oh, the hand crossbow? Shit, yes. Sorry.
Yeah.
I'd completely forgotten about that. Yeah.
I was looking to see if I had anything that gave me an advantage on initiative, because I know someone I play has that, but
Good luck, you guys.
Shit, I think that was a Twilight Cleric.
I'm completely useless in the water.
Just bear with me a second. I'm just going to set this going.
My apologies for not remembering sooner.
Okay, that's right. Yep. And I'll take your initiative starting with Tylon, please.
7.
Losk.
7.
Strix.
Oh boy.
13.
Oh, hold on. We have an old Strix here. Okay. Luvon.
11.
Okay. Wow, none of you rolled over a 13. Okay, well, I guess Donkey's up.
I rolled a fucking 2, man. Leave me alone.
Okay, that's had a brim hee-haw. And it's fair to say that he is struggling within the waters, but he is able to breathe out on top of the water. As he is the first to react, as undead creatures begin to crawl out of the shadows. And they line the edges of the water. And he lets out a cone of flame. That is decent damage. You see that there are a couple of corporeal enemies. One is particularly large. But you also see that there are a couple of more ghostly figures. And one particularly grim-looking tall monster with a very long tongue in pale blue colour. The first of the corporeal undead leans down to the water and shoulder barges into Strix. Strix, that is a 22 to hit.
That'll hit.
I just thought it might. Don't worry, it's 3 bludgeoning damage.
Ouch.
And the next one sort of leans over and licks with his long tongue at the edge of Luvon's ear.
Ooh.
Luvon, I need you to make a charisma saving throw, please.
12.
Yes, you feel a little shiver go down your spine as you feel slightly cold inside. You will have no movement speed on your next turn. Strix, you're up. Before you, you see three corporeal undeads. One large blue monster that appears slightly incorporeal, and 2 ghostly figures. Please take your turn.
I will pull a second holy symbol from my robes and use Turn Undead.
Okay.
I've got to make a
what's your
wisdom
saving
saving throw of 16.
Oh, that ain't happening.
And any undead below CR2 is instantly killed if they fail.
I really didn't think I gave you any below CR2 monsters, did you?
I mean, it's worth a shot. Worth mentioning at least.
What happens if they are above CR2 and they fail?
Yeah, they just move away as fast as they can, I believe.
They're feared.
Okay,
They're feared from him.
Yes, that is feared or terrified.
They're just forced to run away from him.
Right,
Then
okay,
they
they
cannot
do genuinely
turn
run
toward
away. Okay, cool. Yes, that is very good and very effective. Okay, fantastic. One of the incorporeal undead appear to be unfazed by your spell. And at this point, we'll reach out to Losk. That is a 17 to hit.
That hits.
Okay, you feel a bit of life drained from you. I need you to make a Constitution saving throw, please.
Oh shit.
You also lose 5 HP.
17.
Oh, nice. Okay, you succeed. But it appears to be slightly empowered by the damage it dealt. Luvon, you're up.
Looking at them, do they seem at all? Do they seem to have faculties? Could I possibly speak to them?
They do not appear to be controlled by their own actions in the slightest.
Okay. Would I be able to assume that the controller can hear me?
You can try.
Liana, We're only here to talk. We just want to talk. I have a proposition for you.
You hear a cackling voice. That's what the last one said!
I wonder. I will reach to my pocket and pull out my symbol of Ravenesca.
Mm-hmm.
Might this prove different?
Anybody who wishes to talk to me should be capable of dealing with these pitiful creatures. Prove your
That's what you
worth.
wish. Okay. That come my action, or I could still
No,
act?
you go. You go, carry on.
Okay. All right. I'm going to cast haste on myself.
Oh, yeah. Okay. I will let you... I will make the assumption that you cast Mage Armor this morning, by the way.
Yes, I did.
Yes.
Cast haste, and bonus action, I'm going to cast Shadow Blade. Oh no, sorry, that's one action.
Not only that, but that would be 2 spells in a turn.
Yeah, but 2 spells, I can't do that.
Somebody should have prepped their Shadow Blade before walking in.
You're right. I didn't think I was gonna fight immediately. So I'm going to pull my rapier and attack.
Please do. As the turn undead has sent 3 or 4 of them walking backwards, within your range is an incorporeal form and a corporeal large blue creature with a long tongue that licked your ear so lovingly.
Yeah, I will go for the one that licked me.
What you mean?
21.
That'll hit.
That's 9 piercing damage.
Oh, you're level 5, aren't you?
Yeah.
Oh
I
dear,
am.
what a shame.
Mm.
That concludes your
So-
turn then, yes?
Yeah, it's gonna end my turn. Yeah.
Yes, I was waiting for the second attack. One of the large corporeal zombies is the only other one not affected by the turn undead, and he charges towards Tylon. He swings once, twice, with his claws, and then leans in to bite you. Tylon, you're at 17 AC according to my check, is that correct?
Yes, sir.
You take 1 slash and 1 bite. The slash dealing you 11 and the bite dealing you 15 damage. That is 26 damage overall. Please make a Constitution saving throw.
Would it be possible for me to use cutting words on that? As
To
is
lower
it
the
a
hit?
reaction?
To lower the hit?
Yeah.
No. Well, I mean, yes, but it wouldn't affect it. It was a 24 to hit, and he's at 17 AC.
I think I can.
Well, I mean, I suppose if I roll a natural 8...
I can
If you roll a natural
lower
8
the
or-
damage roll.
Oh, lower the damage roll.
Yeah.
Yeah, I could go with that.
Alright, I use my
Would this be
reaction.
disease- Would this be disease or poison that he's doing to me?
No, it's slashing damage and piercing damage.
Okay.
Are you,
Well, it's the
are you still at a
Constitution
D8 or
saving
are you
throw.
at a D10?
It's a D8.
Yeah, okay. Tylon, reduce your damage by...
3!
Okay.
You're welcome!
Yeah,
I'm so helpful.
Use her roll. She was a lot better than mine. Yep. Okay. You next see an incorporeal form run away.
How much
directly
did you
away.
reduce it?
3, so you took
3.
23 overall.
Okay, I'm taking half of that with
Okay.
uncanny dodge.
Yes, what you might. Lost, you're up.
Alright.
I rolled an 18 on my Constitution saving throw.
Sorry, I saw it, so just didn't tell you what happened. Yeah, Losk, it's your turn. You passed it by mine.
Alright, so the one that attacked me earlier,
Mm-hmm.
is he a zombie? What is he?
He was a zombie. He is currently fleeing. What you have is a large zombie and 1 incorporeal form that appear to be unaffected by the magic, as well as the long-tongued, ghastly, light blue creature.
Alright, on the zombie thing, I will cast Chill Touch.
Okay. That's
That's a 15!
That'll hit.
Okay. It does 8 damage, and If you hit an undead target, it also has disadvantage on attack rolls against me.
Yep, excellent. Does that conclude your turn, or do you have a bonus action to use?
I think that'll conclude my turn.
Tylon, you're up. Warren, no, rubbish, that's old Strix. Never mind. Yeah, even so, Strix, you're on deck. You've become a robot, but was that a disengage I heard?
Yeah.
Okay. We disengage.
And I'll shoot him.
Okay. This being the one that just hit you, correct?
Yes.
Okay. As he is currently flanked by 3 of your party members, you have advantage and may sneak attack. That'll hit. That'll definitely hit. Ooh. He appears to be very harmed by that. Ooh, very, very harmed by that. Is that the last roll, the 3, yeah?
Yeah.
Okay. The next 2 monsters appear to be...
Oh, no.
Oh, sorry.
I cannot do that.
No, you can't hit twice. The next 2 monsters
I
appear to
can, but I used it to disengage.
Yep, yep. Does that conclude your turn then? Bonus action,
Yeah.
right? Yeah, cool. The next 2 monsters appear to be feared by Strix. In fact, the next 3 monsters appear to be feared by Strix and walk away. The one unfazed, long-tongued monster takes another lick at our lovely Luvon. This one to do damage, but misses. Strix, you're up. Luvon, you're on deck.
I will hold my symbol close, say a silent prayer, and cast Moonbeam on the one licking people, because that's fucking weird.
Is that a con save, yeah?
Yeah, con save 6.
Yeah, he failed. Like,
Takes
really, really failed.
2d10 damage.
Okay, cool. Can you roll less than a 5?
I rolled a 5.
That'll
I'm missing
do.
damage because of my
He's
bow,
dead.
aren't I?
You used a light crossbow instead of a longbow.
Oh, you never gave me my bow.
Oh, no, that does almost no damage. It just sends things to sleep. That is a bonus action bow. It's, that's the bow we're talking about, right? The one you got from Cray?
Yeah.
Yeah, you'd only ever want to use it in a bonus action. It doesn't do any damage. It just puts an enemy to sleep. Not too useful
Gotcha.
against zombies.
I've never seen it. So
Yeah, no, I
what it
know.
did.
Sorry, I've got to set it up. I'll set it up soon. But yes, it's useless in this area, so don't worry about it. Strix,
Okay, no
does that
problem.
conclude your turn?
Yep.
Okay, well, that one's still running. Luvon, you're up.
Okay. I'm going to use a bonus action to cast Shadow Blade at the 2nd level.
Mm-hmm. Please do.
As it forms the blade outwards, you see raven feathers beginning to scatter across. This one next to me, correct? Was one more incorporeal one?
Yes, an incorporeal one. But you'd be able to hit it.
Yeah. I'm going to use Booming Blade and attack it.
Wait, sorry. Does your Shadow Blade do necrotic damage or radiant? Or psychic? Psychic, right? Yeah, okay, go on. Smack away.
Yeah, okay.
I don't think you can miss, but give us a hit roll.
15.
That hits.
Alright, so he takes...
So Shadow Blade's weird in that you have to add your dex modifier manually. So I think it's
24. 24 damage.
24.
Yeah, because I used Booming Blade on.
Oh
with it.
right, okay, fucking hell. Yeah, it's dead. Yeah,
Nice.
that's just gone. You have one large zombie in range of you and nothing else.
I will swim over to that one and
Yes.
attack again with
How are you
Booming Blade.
attacking twice and
I'm hasted.
casting a spell? And casting a spell?
Booming Blade is a cantrip.
No, my moment was Shadow Blade not an action?
It was a bonus action.
Oh, it's a bonus action.
Yeah.
Wow, I really did give everything to that spell, didn't I? Swing away!
Yeah. 20.
Yes, that'll hurt. Yep, that'll hit, sorry, even. So I just applied that damage as a damage. That'd be nice, wouldn't it? 7 plus dex modifier.
15.
Nice. Yes, he is very injured and pissed off. Does that conclude your turn?
Yes, that'll end my turn.
Well, he'll hit you back. Because he didn't like that. That's a 15.
It's a miss.
That's a 13.
It's a miss.
And that's a natural 1. Yeah, never mind. Everything else is fleeing. Lost, you're up.
Alright.
There stands now only one large zombie on the battlefield as the rest have now departed out of range.
One large zombie. Okay, I'm gonna use... Was this the one who was licking people, or is this
No,
somebody
he's
else?
dead. This is the one
Alright.
this is the one that viciously clawed at Moon.
Alright, I will use Chill Touch on this dude.
Okay. Oh, they hit.
That's a 10.
That hits.
What?
Yeah. The 8 AC is quite something.
I got 2 1s,
Yep.
so that's 2 damage.
Lovely.
But on the bright side, he has disadvantage against attacking me.
It's the same one that had it previously. So.
Oh really?
Yeah. But you're whittling him down. Tylon, you're up.
Can I hit an incorporeal creature without a magical weapon?
Not from the range you're at. It's about 140 foot away, hiding behind about 19 rocks, and it's left the battlefield. The only thing left is the large zombie.
Oh, okay.
They've used a full 90 foot of movement speed to leave the battlefield, so...
Gotcha.
Yeah, it's just the one zombie left. Just smoosh it.
I don't think I want to do that. He's done. I've done enough smooching in this fight.
That'll hit. You're at advantage anyway, so yeah. Both of them hit, actually, remarkably. And of course, sneak attack was applied to this attack. Ooh! Yeah, that's it. Down. Boom. Bye. Dead. Once the last one dies, a lady
Rogues are fun.
steps out. Your initiative is over, by the way. Let me get my music back in play. Sorry. Should have done this before, but I didn't think the combat was going to be short enough for that. Can you skip, please, Doc?
It's okay.
What'll happen eventually. There we go. As you strike the zombie with the with an arrow, with a bolt, right? A woman steps out in front of you, blonde hair wavy down to her knees, looking suspiciously like Salmistra. But not Salmistra. She said she was her sister, but also said they were not tied by blood. And as she looks at you, she says, "Well, I didn't expect two clerics of such power to merely want to talk. Am I not antithesis to your beliefs? Vampire.
No.
Two
We only have-
clerks.
You have
Who's the second clerk?
Luvon.
I did not know he was.
Oh, he's a blade singer. Yeah, you're right. He's not a cleric. Just the one, but
Blade?
I just have a symbol.
he just believes in his god very devoutly. So sorry, I didn't expect a cleric of your power to simply want to talk. What brings you here, vampire?
We've been told to come see you by many people.
Most of those requests to come and see me usually contain a instruction to kill me on sight.
Yeah,
Did-
we were
That
given
was
that
one of
too.
them.
However, we don't want to do that.
Well, thank you for playing with my creatures, and she gestures with one hand. Take a short rest, please. This will not
Nice.
dispel your Shadow Blade nor your Mage Armor, as it is merely magical in nature. She hands you a small pouch and says, "Well, I like to give gifts to my friends. Are we going to be friends?"
Precisely.
Excellent. You have received a scroll of teleportation. A mere cantrip of magic to her. And she says, well, perhaps you would like to do me a favor then. And she slides a signet ring from her finger, brightest ruby, and hands it to you and says, turn this in for the bounty. Keep the gold. I have no use for money anymore, but tell them I'm dead. As for my sister, Salmistra, she would tell you we're no sister by blood, but we are in fact twins. She denies it over and over, but we are born to the same parents. Just tell her I still think of her at night. Now,
Diana. Oh.
I can tell where you get your astonishing looks from.
why thank you. The only difference between her and Salmistra is that she has eyes of the deepest red. They are not purple anymore, as she has corrupted her magics. And you see her wave her hand, and the 2 zombies you killed come and stand by her side, appearing to be reborn into full health, and she leans into the one with a long tongue. See it caress around her neck. This pretty elf being caressed by an undead zombie's tongue is a bit of a strange sight even to you guys. She says, well, you wanted to talk. What do you bring to offer?
Perhaps the world? Diana.
I would settle for peace.
Peace. How would you want to attain the peace?
Well, that signet ring will go a long way towards that. People think that I cause trouble, but it's mostly the people that wander in that find that I cause trouble. I would just like to be left to.
You want people to leave you alone.
Yes, something you are familiar with, I take it.
Yeah.
Yes.
Don't worry, that is part of the goal no matter what we discuss here. That is just straight up gonna happen.
You're a strange one. Can I take your name, please? She's looking at Tylon.
Oh, god damn it. Does everyone want to talk to me? Tylon is the name.
Tylon,
Cinderstorm.
you carry the magic of Asmodeus upon your shoulders. Are you a warlock?
Oh, fuck. No, I am, nothing of the magical sort.
Yet,
I guess
powerful
besides
magic
being
is within
alive,
you.
like,
Ah, one of the reborn. You made a pact with Asmodeus to
Yes.
be reborn?
nope. No idea why I'm alive.
You're alive because of Asmodeus.
Okay, I figured that much out. Still don't know why he brought me back.
He works in strange ways.
I was not a willing participant to this,
Well,
I think.
nobody who could bring you back is somebody who wouldn't have brought you back for a purpose. But by now you would have met one of those, the powerful mages of this land, the powerful necromancers.
I've met several necromancers, and none of which have given me a purpose.
No, well, I can tell you for free I didn't do it myself, but there is a chance that Asmodeus raised you of his own accord. Would you say that since you
What a
have
guy.
been reborn, you have been a creature of chaos?
Oh, yeah? Yeah, it's a good way to describe my entire life since I've been reborn.
Then you are worshipping Asmodeus with your every breath. The chaos is his pleasure.
Debatable.
However, I wonder, have you had any encounters with the Drow, Tyler?
I've met a dead one.
Seek one of their priestesses
That I
if you
knew.
can. Lady Lolth is known to interact with Asmodeus, and she is also a creature of chaos. They may be able to tell you more. I'm sorry I cannot.
Have I met it? Have we met?
You met a Drow very briefly, but he didn't seem the talkative type. Especially as you were playing good at the time. Well, you weren't, but the others were.
Is it the Shadow Veil guy?
No. This was a guy in Stink's
I don't
Paradise
remember who this guy is.
who asked you to deliver a pouch to some goblins, I believe.
Gotcha.
Well, in that case, I'm sorry I cannot be more helpful, but should you have more questions, perhaps a summoning could be done. Would you like me to perform a summoning ask some questions for you.
It could be useful.
Why don't you come with me and we shall take more pleasant seating arrangements, shall we say. And on that note, we will take a short break. Welcome back. As Liana leads you through the corridor, down to a strange chamber, you see a lavish four-poster bed with deep red bedding. You see a sort of very fine mahogany dining table with 6 chairs carved intricately with metal backs to appear to have almost sort of spikes and curves coming out of them, but they're not actually deadly to sit on. You can take a seat. She gestures to you to do so as she enters towards a summoning circle over to the side. And she says, please do not be frightened. Take a drink of wine. Enjoy yourselves. This won't take long. And she begins to utter a chant in Abyssal, which you will understand. And she is calling to R2, a Baelor of great power. And steps forward a fiend with the head of a dog, hugely muscled, bright red horns, a long vicious tail, holding a savage whip in one hand and a sword in the other, and he says, why do you call me? She says, quiet, little one. You are required to speak when I ask you to. No other time. Now. Tylon, step over here.
Okay.
She gestures towards your face, and with a flick of her finger just hovers your mask in front of your face and slightly down, and then puts it back for you. This here is Tylon, who says his name is. He is blessed by your Lord Asmodeus, and you will find out why. You have an hour. Be gone. And the pit fiend disappears. She turns back to you and she says, we'll have our answers soon. But in the meantime, you must tell me, what are you doing in the area? What have you been up to? What brings you to my lair? And, frankly, what's your story? I'm interested. She pours herself what appears to be a glass of wine, and Strix, your senses tell you instantly this is no wine. Please partake, you will enjoy it. The rest of you, probably not so much, as this wine is more than blood red. It is merely
I don't
blood.
plan on drinking. But that has nothing to do with her.
As she takes a sip, she says, well, come on then. Don't be shy. Tell me your story.
First, I'll look over to Losk. I assume it's still
Me?
dripping wet.
Everyone?
I assume Losk prestidigitationed himself, no?
Yeah.
Yeah, he wouldn't
Alright.
have stayed
Yeah.
wet for long.
Okay, I was going to prestidigitate himself. It's a show of good faith.
Yes, well.
I must say, I'm quite curious. What about your story?
Well, my story's a long one, but I asked first.
We have an hour.
I asked first. She smiles.
Well, I don't want to keep playing coy. My name is Luvon. Pretty sure you've probably guessed my origins.
Sneaky, sneaky, hides in another body. Wow. Are you Shadowvale or Drow? That is a good question. She looks at you deeply. She says, looks like one of the Shadowvale to me. Yes? Do you worship our mighty Lady Ravenesca? She purposely mispronounces it.
Indeed I do.
Oh, but what happens after death is so much more exciting than the moment. Well, never mind, eh? We can't all be perfect.
Seems so. Seeing as you're the one... Never mind.
You're entitled to your beliefs, young one. What about you, vampire? Cleric arts, it's your call. What's the story there?
There's not much of a story. I just look to rule under Bane, not hide away in some cave.
Yes, hide away, hide away. That's what I choose to do. You would hide away too if Salmistra was your fucking sister. She's been trying to kill me for 700 years. I'm still alive, aren't I?
So you're afraid?
Salmistra, are you not?
I wonder, what
My
happened between
God,
you
well,
two?
Well, you see... questions first, answers later. What about you, Lusk? She doesn't know your name, actually. What about you, Changeling? Tell me, what's your story?
I don't think that is of interest. In a noble family,
Darling, I live in a
arranged
cave.
marriage.
Everything is of interest.
Noble family, arranged marriage, did not like.
Hmm. Oh, well, you'll find out we're more alike than you think in a moment. And, well, you don't know your own story, do you? We'll find out soon. She looks at Tynan. Says, well, you see...
You could
My
say I know my
story.
original story.
No. Well, you remember your time as a human, do you? Unusual. Asmodeus has blessed you or cursed you. Which one is it?
Definitely cursed. Definitely drives my motives.
Oh, tell me
currently.
more. Tell me more. Sounds exciting.
I was, short version or the whole thing? What would you like?
Start with the short version. I'll ask for details if I need them.
Okay. Born a poor merchant family, married into a noble family of my childhood friend. After years of marriage, her family kills her in a fit of rage. And I killed her whole family and set fire to our house and died alongside her.
Oh, beautiful. That's just beautiful. Well, that explains why Asmodeus capture memories. How could you not be an agent of chaos after that? Was it a happy marriage?
It was.
Oh, truly tragic. That's lovely. I like it. Oh, I might have to get you to tell that one again. But you asked, and I shall answer. 1,000 years ago, I will take you back. When the elves lived in far fairer lands. Let's just say that my sister was the daughter of the ruling family, born 2 minutes before me. And therefore heir to all the power, and... oh, she was the blessed child, perfect in every sense. And I was the forgotten one. They soon remembered me. I grew angry and bitter over time, and, well, 700 years have passed now since I killed our mother, killed our father, and brought her ruin to our home. I revelled in the chaos, as I rained flames and bitterness down upon them, but Salmistra, oh, did she stand strong. She protected the people and herself, and didn't even try and hurt me at the time, but over the years, she realized her mistake. I've been a thorn in her side for as long as I can. Well, committing some other acts and following some other endeavors, one might say. But, yes, she has made many attempts on my life. She came down here herself not long ago. I buried her under the ground. Took her a week to get out. But that is our tale. Daughters to the ruling family of elves, as the Shadowvale came and took our home. Must say I prefer this one. Far more excitement. And now I call only the drow, my friends. Wonderful beings. They don't like us. They call us Iblith, but... well... they've come to see my value. But one drow walks differently to the rest. His name is Caviar. He acts in a noble manner. A goodly manner.
Wait, caviar as in fish eggs?
Well, he's actually called Caviar, but our good party determines that I must call him Caviar. So Caviar he will continue
Okay.
to be, unfortunately. Yes, Caviar walks a different path to most drow. Path of goodly weal. And recently my friends have been able to come and see me less and less. One could say I'm going A little mad. One could say I was always a little... Oh! Hold on there, our friend is back. Yes, yes, come on then. And she turns to the Baylor that has just spawned within her summoning circle and she says, well, what have you got to tell us? He says, Asmodeus raised him with a purpose. Well, yes, that much is obvious, you fucking imbecile. Tell us what the purpose is, he says. And he sort of roars and slashes at his magical chamber, but he is compelled to tell, and so he does. Asmodeus raised him as an assassin. Bitter. Full of hatred, full of memories of his own actions. He may remember the happy memories, but they are dulled, so says Asmodeus. Instead, remembering the bitterness vividly every day, he is cursed to a bitter path of revenge against her family, but more importantly against others who would arrange marriages, control those to their will. Perhaps you have heard the story of the son of King Naris. Have you heard the story of the son of King Naris? She turns to you and asks.
Nope.
There I have.
The son of King Naris was born, and little was known of him for 20 years. He was hidden away, and then on his 20th birthday, he was warforged. They killed their own son to protect him. Even Asmodeus would revel in that kind of treachery. Well, let's just say that Asmodeus doesn't think that our Tylon here would take kindly to that, and may wish to take revenge to those who preach these rules and noble kinds. And she turns back to the Baelor. So, Asmodeus raised Tylon as an assassin of the king. The Baelor laughs and says, Asmodeus raised him as the assassin of everything.
Beautiful.
She leans into the summoning circle where she is completely vulnerable to the Baelor, and he whips down with his whip. And she takes it in her hand like it was gentle, and she caresses his cheek and says, I don't need a summoning circle for you. Go home. Go home. And she banishes him. She turns back to him and she says, well, Tylon, that is more questions than answers, no?
Yep, that just gives me whole new reasons to be confused.
The assassin
What's
of
confusing?
everything. I
But
would
it
love
gives
to
me
have
at
a
least
role. Sorry,
some
go on.
idea.
Maybe one day you will assassinate the king. And wouldn't that be beautiful? But in the meantime, you killed her whole family, yet you still have doubts. Why do you have doubts?
I don't know.
He has no
I really
direction.
Do you question
I know.
perhaps if she was also brought back?
Yeah, I've had some strange encounters recently to lead me to believe that. I've just kind of tried to brush them off.
What was your wife's name?
Lena,
Lena. And a surname? A full name? A true name?
I'll be honest,
I
Have
believe it
lost
might
it.
be yours?
I believe I told you Cinderstorm is definitely not my fucking real name.
Ah, yes, of course, of course. Alright, well, let's say that you give it to her, and she says, well,
I'll come
perhaps-
up with one today.
Perhaps for this you may wish to avert your eyes.
Oh
And
boy.
She closes hers, gestures to a bowl of water upon the side, a stone bowl, and into it floats a face. A beautiful face. I don't think I have it available, do I? Let us see if I do.
Because I'm really starting to not like necromancers.
It's
Amazingly,
fine, Tylon.
necromancers
It's-
like you.
It's funny when
Yeah,
you
I
consider
know. It's
that.
creepy.
Funny when you consider Strix and I are considering going into necromancy.
I don't know that. Fourth dimension, fourth dimension.
Well, at least you know that you probably have a purpose. Unfortunately, you have no direction. But
Yo,
to,
Yeah,
it's my fiance.
Yeah,
This
gives
face
me more questions
swims
than
into
answers,
being
honestly.
in her scrying bowl, and she cackles as she says, "Oh, that's so beautiful." She turns to Losk and she says, "You knew someone who looked like this, didn't you?
Oh, there's no fucking way.
They're not the same person." "Oh, how beautiful. For this is not one girl, not two girls, but three."
What?
"Born to a half-elf mother and a human father. Two were born human, one was born not. They were separated at birth. The elven girl, sorry. I believe you may have been acquainted with Lusk. She's dead now. Your fiancé, dead as well. And the
That
third,
looks so weight off my soldiers.
dead. All killed in tragedy, all killed in acts of treachery. All killed by their own family. All catalysts to another's chaos. Oh, Asmodeus, how wonderfully you work. For the third of these girls was loved by a royal. Little did he know that he was a royal, but he fell in love with her. Well, fell in love is a strange phrase. Perhaps we should say he loved her as one might a sister. They're all dead now. Never to come back, I can promise you that. They were agents of chaos. Look at those beautiful eyes. Don't they draw you in? Luvon, do they not draw you in?
no, not at all.
Oh, well, we didn't expect emotions from the like of you. We tried.
The only time eyes like those are beautiful are in the last moments.
Everything is more beautiful in death, don't you think?
Precisely.
Let's ask.
Yes.
You said my fiance were killed by her family.
She was?
Do you perhaps have an answer to that? As far as I know, she was very much loved.
Oh,
If she weren't,
was
she wouldn't have
so
been adopted.
loved. And then the marriage fell through, and she lost herself in tragedy, and she seeked out those of darker kind to answer questions. And then the Shadow Veil found their way in, corrupting her from the inside. She turned to devilish ways. She struck out at those who loved her. They struck out at her, and once they struck out too hard. And oh, she died.
It's reasonable. She was married?
No, she had an arranged marriage.
Right. You said marriage, which, of course, threw me off.
Yes, well, it fell through, as you
Well,
might know.
that's a damn shame.
Well, all dead, all buried. Perhaps I'm able to put some of your demons to rest. Perhaps I'm able to give you some new ones. Go on, Talon.
Are you telling me that Lena was placed on this planet on purpose
No,
to fuck me up?
Don't be so foolish. She wasn't placed on this planet to fuck you up. She was removed.
Wait,
So this
Each death creating chaos. This is too clever for Lord Asmodeus. This has the touch of Lady Loth. Speak with the drow. My friends are lovely. They're in the local area. I believe they are bringing some contraband to Master Rockus Sunderdown. Maybe you should have a chat. In the meantime, maybe we will become acquainted again. I do so look forward to our next meeting.
One last question.
Yep, Lavi first.
I doubt this is of much importance. Oh shit, was somebody else talking?
It's fine. I don't think Kira actually opened his mouth. Carry on.
Oh. I don't think this is of much importance, so I don't really care whether or not you are able to answer it. But what was the third girl's name?
I know it. But it is not for your lips. Well, perhaps you will find it anyway. Her name was Valiana. She was a loved girl in the outskirts of Justern. Born to handed to a small farming family, who were also asked to take in a male 20 years before he was warforged. He loved her as a sister. She died only last week. Ask in Justern. Find out about her. Another one seeks her. The
Fortunately, I
Warforged.
don't think I care enough to go for her, but thank you.
No, I merely mean if you are in the area. Ask some questions. It's a wonderful story. Almost as wonderful as Tylon's here. I do love a tragedy. Well, did you have some questions, Luvon?
Simply, why necromancy?
Oh, why not? The art of death, but necromancy is not all I practice. As you may have noticed, divination, power of summoning. I seek all parts of magic. They keep my brain active. 1,000 years goes by oh so fast when you're learning.
If Symmetra was to die, how would you feel?
A small weight off my back. Perhaps a little disappointment I didn't do it myself. But it is her that harbours hard feelings for me. I frankly don't care. I got my revenge 700 years ago.
You're just stuck in this cave. Don't you wish to feel the sun on your face?
Stop. What a beautiful concept. You think I am not here by choice? Sure, come. Look down. And as she leans you to the edge of the room, you look down the water. And below you, you see a primordial of fire, bound by water elementals. You don't think I was staying here for the scenery, did you? I have been in communion with this primordial for 300 years. And still, there is so much to learn.
Indeed there is. Liana, if we need to contact you, is there another way of doing so?
And why would I want to be contacted? By pathetic beings such as yourselves.
We, all of us, have goals and aspirations,
Don't we also?
but they may be useful to you in the future.
What is it you think that I would want, apart from to be left alone to my studies?
Is that all you want?
No, but what do you think that I want?
Well, you seem to have at least some sort of interest in us, having, wasted your time with such small beings such as us.
Oh, a little conversation, and the little one's story was, well, quite beautiful.
I'll lean closer
Mm-hmm.
and whisper, are you not interested in Talon at all?
I'd like to see how the plot ends. That much is true. Well, you're right. Perhaps interest is not the right word. Intrigue. You do intrigue me. A curiosity piece. Perhaps I will let you contact me.
You said you like to learn. After we are done, help us, and you can have Tylon.
Oh, darling. If I wanted Talon, I would simply take him. I'm much more interested in seeing how he progresses on his own accord. And although you whispered, Luvon, she speaks out loud.
Yeah, I realized.
She don't give a shit. She merely says, I wish to see how he ends up. Truly a tragic tale, I'm sure. But tragic for who? Yet to be told. Well, I'll allow you one communication. Perhaps after that we will see how it goes, but don't contact me till you become a bit more useful. It took you far too long to deal with mere zombies in the corridors. Yeah. And she flicks you a hand mirror. Look into it, just the once. Speak my name 3 times and wait. I will answer at my convenience.
Sorry, real quick. What was the third girl's name?
Valiana.
I think it was.
Valiana.
Sorry, I was trying to remember which third girl we were talking about. Brain just got, I had no idea. Wow.
Fine.
I tell you what, though. I should reward you for handing in my signet ring and getting the authorities off my back, shouldn't I? What do you desire? Riches? Power? Answers? Information?
Each of us, or
Well, tell me, I'll see what
Power.
takes my fancy. Power, eh? Actually, I can reward you with riches and power if you answer me something far more curious. Vampire, what is that in your pocket? She refers to carrot.
I will pull Carrot out and enlarge him.
Oh,
This is our pet donkey.
you think that he's your pet? Oh my, such powerful magic. You don't know what this is, do you?
Donkey, I just said.
God said he was a donkey, therefore he is donkey.
Hmm.
he's a friend as far as I'm concerned, or an ally at least.
Vastika, come forth. And you see as Donkey shrugs away the metal chains and rises in stature, 20 foot, 30 foot, 40 foot, 50 foot, filling the chamber, a moor of blackness. There stands before you an ethereal image of a Dracolich. That donkey of yours is a soul phylactery. And the soul it harbors is mighty in death.
That explains why he understood me when I spoke Draconic.
I would assume that over 16,400 years. Is that right, Vastika? The roar comes out in Draconic with a yes. He'd probably learnt a few tongues. Well, he obviously finds you interesting. But don't call him a pet, you fools. And she
I want to
dismisses-
say I called that fucking donkey was a dragon.
was a dragon, not is.
I
You
still
said,
fucking
is the
called it.
donkey a dragon? I said, no, it's not.
Y'all called.
Well, you all knew it was dragon-based. But
The dragon breath kind of gave it away.
yeah, that's sort of usually a giveaway when dragons are concerned. And she
He can fly.
dismisses the magic back, and Carrot is there looking rather pleased with himself as a very happy donkey. The donkey, she says, is alive. It is a real donkey. And it's housing someone else's soul. If you forget to feed it, forget to look after it, then Vastakar will die. Well, as dead as Dracolich can get. Now that was worth a tale. Now, the reward is in hand. Now, I don't carry this money that you fools walk around with. But perhaps these will do. She hands you a small black silk pouch. Directly to Strix, actually. And she then says, and then you spoke of power. And she gestures first to Tylon. Tylon, show me your weapon.
Okay.
Your standard weapon, this is.
Yeah.
She places her hand on it and says, "That is power. You now have a crossbow +1.
Oh boy.
She looks to Strix and she says, "You are armored well, no? But perhaps not well enough, as you gain +1 to your armor." She looks to Lusk. "Well, what do we do with you?
I don't know, man. I'm kind of useless.
Do you seek power too?"
Yes, but I have come to terms with the fact that I may not ever obtain it.
Pathetic.
I
Find some
know, right?
ambition, child. What if you were more? What if you were better? What if you were
Oh.
stronger?
I would absolutely love that.
What if I gave you this? She hands you a ring.
Fuck.
Another one.
Once you place this ring upon you, it will consume, and you will consume it. I hope you've got the mental fortitude. And she smiles.
I don't have the hands for this.
Yes you do. It's not going to work like a normal ring. Then she
Oh?
turns to Louvon. She says, "Well, you of all of them seem to know where your strengths lie. What kind of power do you seek, child?"
I don't seek power. I seek information.
I could trade. But a little power, perhaps.
What do you have in mind?
Take your pick of the jewelry upon the table, should you wish. And you see a ring of spell storing, a ring of protection, and a ring of concentration.
If you need a ring of protection, I have one.
Well, that's
I'll take
okay.
the-
You'll keep attuned to it. Sorry, go on, Yvonne.
I'll take the ring of concentration.
This ring belonged to Jorska once. Many of them he made. Please, enjoy it. Now, what information did you seek?
How well do you know the ones in the Mage's Arcane? Not just Serenia.
Oh. The lords, the masters. I know more of those in death than in life, but I know some. What exactly did you have in mind?
Are there any that seek the darker side or can be corrupted?
Think everything can be corrupted. Your best bet is with Yakatur. Yakatur is a politician. You must play him with politics, not magic, not temptation. But if he believed he was doing right, he would do anything. Rialdan is as close to incorruptible as possible. And frankly, I'm not sure that Navanius cares enough about anything other than study to do anything relevant. But in the lower levels, perhaps. Many. However, I ask of you, do you wish to bring the Magus Arcane to power under your control, or do you seek for them to fall? Mighty ambitions, both.
Truthfully, I wish to have both options in my hands.
Well, play Yakatur and play the Furion Guard. Daily do they bring troubles to the Magus Arcane and distract them from their true purpose. Play them well. Play them like a harp. Maybe you will gain progress. Speak to One paladin in Justern. His name is hidden from me, but he looks like this. And she shows you an image in the scrying pool of a fair human paladin. Looks to be noble, pale, long blonde hair. Perhaps she places a piece of parchment upon the water, and as she takes it away, it soaks the image onto it. Perhaps if you ask around, somebody can give you his name, but he's shielded by magic and powerful at that. He will be your answer.
Thank you.
Well, that is quite a long day for me. You may go.
Turn to leave.
As you do, she says, no, all of you but Losk. Losk, please do come here.
Oh, boy.
I want to watch this.
Oh shit, I go over to her.
Put that ring upon your hand, young one.
Alright, I'm gonna take off my glove. Specifically on my left hand, you can see my wedding band, my silver wedding band on it. Put the ring on my pointer finger.
As you do, it sort of, you feel like it's locked onto you. It grasps you in magic. And it sort of grips you. You are locked in dreams. You see the world burning, your hands raised as you cause the flames.
Holy shit, hell yeah.
You see yourself raising people and controlling them by grasping their minds. You see yourself strumming a lute and thousands dancing to your tune. You see yourself beautiful and in power. And as you come to, you find that things seem a little easier. You feel a little stronger, a little tougher, a little wiser. You've just received a +2 to all of your stats.
Holy shit!
And it is permanent.
To the base stat?
Mm-hmm.
Holy
You
shit.
will need to manually edit those. This will not allow your stats to go over 20, by the way. If you have a 19, it will go up to a 20, not a 21. If
Okay.
you have a 20, it will stay at 20 because it's only your base stats that are going up by 2, right? But
Right. This,
you need to be more ambitious, girl.
well, what I seek isn't power, it's intellect, so...
Intellect, you say?
Yeah, I must admit, this has a much better effect on me than when I made a deal with that devil.
Guardiel, you will never shrug off. Alas, such a tragedy. Well, perhaps then one last thing. She brings out a golden crown. Clearly for a ruler. Just place this upon your head and discover some of what it is to be powerful.
Okay, I place it on my head.
Okay, and two
Or
spells.
I take off my hat.
2 spells appear to be usable by you now that you did not have access to before. One of which is Eldritch Blast.
Eldritch Blast, sorry.
Oh god, that was the one I avoided.
Yes, Eldritch Blast and Crown of
Blast.
Madness.
Oh, those are good spells.
They are good spells.
Hey, I remember
She
Crown
says,
of Madness.
as you become stronger in your faith, in your conviction, in your ambitions, perhaps you will unlock further magics. You need only place this crown on your head once per day and see whether anything new is granted to you. But for the purpose of D&D Beyond, you will need to cast the spells from the crown. And so that's a homebrew item. I'll pass it over to you later.
Okay.
She says, well, run
Oh.
along. Your friends are leaving without you. You wouldn't want to
I
get
would
wet,
say I'm
would you?
still in there.
Oh, would you? Dangerous, dangerous. Perhaps.
Yeah,
Well,
had
I
something
think
to say to
her-
No, she'll allow it. And she says, I do have a final small gift for you, but it really is small. You see that door on the left? Take that one and you can avoid going through the water again. And she laughs. As you walk through the door, you appear at the other side of the water, waiting for your friends.
I am not her friend.
Nor his, actually. That was what you were looking for.
yeah. Sorry about that.
I think you are Liana's friend, whether you like it or not.
As we're walking, I just look at Tylon. Tylon, you should really rejoice.
Laggity lag for no reason.
He told
I
you
was
to
trying
rejoice,
to-
goddammit! Rejoice!
Rejoice.
I was trying
How
to avoid Eldritch Blast.
Tragedy that has found
okay.
you.
Anyways,
You should definitely
That's in-
rejoice.
you're talking to me through the water. That's interesting.
No. This is as you have all regrouped outside.
Yeah.
I said
I
sort of-
said I
sorry.
had something to say to her.
Oh, sorry, I missed that. I think there were many
So did
things
I.
going on. Yeah. Sorry, Moon. What did you want to say to her?
No, I wanted to go up to her after she was done talking to Lask. I was just waiting in the back there by the pool.
Ah, I see. Sorry. Yes, I thought you were waiting for Losk. Right. Sorry. Carry on.
I'd like to go up there and extend my hand out to her like a kind of friendship, like just a normal handshake. Just go,
Completely normal handshake.
Go on.
definitely normal handshake. Don't know why people think I'm so fucking shady. Holy, I've only stolen pants, Jesus.
She
Ah.
takes, she takes your hand in both hands and caresses it gently.
Necromancer's still fucking weirding me out.
That my
You've
friend.
given me a lot to think about, a lot more questions to ask, but a better path. And I'd like to be able to say, maybe it's time for me to make friends and comrades for real again.
She
And,
leans. She leans to you as you say this, and she just says, "Friends are weakness."
only if you care enough to be faltered by them.
Good. I wouldn't want you to lose your drive.
I'd like to think I'd be able to call you a friend or comrade at some point for all your help.
Become more useful, and I'll consider it.
As I've been told by a god apparently to do something big and fabulous to this world. I don't have much of a choice, do I?
Yes, you'd better get a move on. Power is waiting
I'm a
for
leaf.
you. Okay, as you come, are you going through the door to avoid the water, or are you just going to walk through the water?
I'm just gonna walk straight through the water. Listen, I don't get to use my mariner's breastplate very often.
It's true, it's not the most
Gonna
useful
walk
in the
straight through
school.
that fucking water.
Okay, as you walk through the water and emerge, you see on the other side
Yeah, did it on
Losk,
purpose.
Strix, and move on, and Donkey in full size.
Guys, guess what? My -2 in wisdom is now a -1. This calls for a party.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, we don't have time for that.
Mm. Yes, you have some stats worth mentioning now. That's good. I'm gonna be honest, I was sat there before going, how the fuck can I balance Lost to be as useful as the rest of them? And I mean, well, quite simply, she's rolled like shit. Let's fix that. Yes, give her Lost get a little bit of power. So as Tylon arises from the water and comes up to the party, the floor is yours.
No. That was useful for all of us, I see.
It was unexpected for sure.
Let's ask, how much time left is in the session?
20 minutes.
Okay.
But you have a problem first. As a god of elves, are riding out towards the cave. And you hear them say, "Ho! Stand down! What do you do here?"
Oh my god, I have
What's it-
something to do. God damn it. Please stop. Headset, please.
Okay. Yes. They ask, "What are you doing here?"
What seems to be the problem, officer?
Question.
Mm-hmm.
Does my scroll of teleportation teleport more than one person?
Oh yeah.
Fuck it. I'm gonna take the scroll of teleportation out and then.
Well,
As Talon does that, I'm just looking at him for a second. Just one second. Hold. How many of them are there?
6. Finely armored.
Finely
Bows in
armored.
hand.
I'm gonna show the signet ring. We've killed the necromancer.
All right, fair enough.
I mean, still get ready to use it if we gotta get the fuck out of here. But
Make a deception check, please.
All of us.
No, just move on.
I don't suppose I can give him guidance.
You can. He's in range.
I
Touch
will.
him on the shoulder.
Do so.
Yes, next time you need to get Tylon to live you, child.
yeah.
What is that?
Or me.
Yeah, or Losk, that's true.
I mean, they could have piped up.
Yeah. Well,
Oh, we were actually talking to them.
no, just Luvon is right now. But go on, Luvon, what was your check?
It was bad. Oh, I got guidance right with it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't think that's going to help. Though. That was dog shit.
I missed it.
It's 6.
Oh,
Not good.
Oh, good. Killed, you say? Where's the body? This
It was
point, it is
dragged.
addressed to all of
700-year-old
you.
necromancer.
It is addressed to all of you.
Kinda. A several hundred-year-old necromancer doesn't tend to have a real body.
She was an elf, was she not?
It was a
I
1,000, by
didn't-
the way.
Didn't pay much attention, to be honest with you.
At this point, I will take a deception check from Tylon.
So 14.
Well, we will stay here as we investigate.
Go for it.
And one of them steps forward into the water. You see suddenly a black mist rise from the water, and he is strangled there and then in front of his companions by the black mist. Rihanna steps through the water. If they're dead, they can't report. Roll initiative, please.
I reckon we nearly got away with that.
Okay, as you see 5 guards standing before you at your initiative rolls, please, starting with Tylon.
18.
Losk.
23.
Luvon.
23.
And Strix.
19.
As the combat begins, Liana turns to Strix and places her hand upon his shoulder. Strix, you are under the effects of haste. Losk, you're up.
Alright, does any of them look, like, the leader?
Sorry?
They just all identical?
They're all
Is
identical.
there like
They're
a-
all identical in armor and weapons.
Okay. I guess I'm gonna cast Chill Touch
Okay, roll to
on
hit,
one of
please.
them. Yikes, that's a 12.
Nah, not cutting it.
Alright. And then I'm gonna use a Bardic Inspiration on Pylon.
Okay. Does that conclude your turn?
Oh boy.
Yeah, that's my turn.
Luvon, you're up, and you still have Shadow Blade at the ready.
Well, then I'm going to cast haste on myself.
Excellent. You see them, 5 guards in a semicircle in front of you, maybe 20 foot away, with bows in hand.
I'm going to just go up and attack one.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that was Shuttle Blade at the 3rd level, by the way.
Okay.
$24.
That hits. Excuse me.
First,
15
Mute the
damage.
microphone and do the damage at the same time.
15 damage.
Okay, he appears a little phased. Not much. Does that conclude your turn?
Yes.
Okay, that one strikes back at you with a spear from his other hand. That's 22 to hit.
22?
Mm-hmm.
That hits.
It's 14 piercing damage. And that concludes his turn. Strix, you're up. Talon, you're on deck.
I'll take the holy symbol I keep hidden in my robes out, say a little quiet prayer to myself, and use my Twilight Sanctuary.
Okay, and I don't know exactly how that is for your level. What's the temp HP?
At the end of everyone's turn, they get a d6 plus 5 temp HP.
D6 plus 5, okay, cool.
Yeah.
And that includes you, so what else has your turn got?
I can still cast a spell, right? 'Cause
Yeah, it's not a spell.
that's the thing.
Is it a
I'll use
bonus
my-
action?
No, I'll use my bonus action for spiritual weapon, I think.
Okay. What does your spiritual weapon look like?
You would see a vast ebon gauntlet appear in the sky with all kinds of precious jewels in it.
Nice, I like it. And is this behind the guard that Luvon has attacked?
Yeah.
Okay. Roll to hit for me. What the fuck has happened to you, cat? You're sticky. There we go. That'll hit.
$13 damage.
Okay, does that conclude your turn?
Yep.
Guard raises his bow and fires at you. That's 25 to hit.
At me? Yeah.
Yep. That is 14 piercing damage. Tylon, as we come to you, there are 2 rocks flanking you either side, and a party of 5 in front of you. I think it's fair to say you probably took a couple of steps back as combat began.
Oh, I had so much more fun ideas of like diving into the water.
You can dive into the water if you want, but firing a bow from it will be a disadvantage.
Oh, I'd come back up. I can come back out of the
Yeah.
water to
that's
shoot.
you just... Okay, that's fine. It's only 16
Just
foot
for
behind
shits
you.
and giggles.
It's only 16 foot
Ramble
behind
mode.
you, and you won't provoke an attack of opportunity.
Okay. Well, I'm gonna shoot at the injured guy, the most
Okay.
injured one.
Yeah,
Guy who
there
got
is
hit
only
by.
the one guard that's been hit so
Luvon.
far.
Okay.
Okay. Fire away. With advantage, of course.
Gonna
Double
say I
hits.
probably hit him with a 24.
Yep, that hits.
Oh boy, he's gonna not like this. Except when I roll 2 1s, I'm a sneak attack.
Yeah, he's wounded.
That is 23 damage.
He is wounded. He's very wounded. He's not dead, though.
Can I use Bardic Inspiration on attack rolls?
On attack rolls, but not
damage?
damage. No.
Okay, that's what I thought.
Okay. That brings us to one of our guards.
Thailand gets 9 temp HP if he's within 30 feet of me.
Yep, he is. Or was it? Is that from when you casted it, or from where you are now? He is currently within 30-foot range. I'm just curious for future reference.
It's within range of me. It sticks with me.
At the end of his turn. It stays with
Yeah.
you, right? Okay.
Yes.
So one guard will raise his spear to Luvon. That's a 22 to hit.
I'll cast shield.
Okay, that misses. The second guard, seeing this shield, will strike at you But as he comes around, he
Oh.
strikes at you from the side, Luvon.
Just for posterity's sake of next turn, I duck back into the water with my bonus action for hide.
Okay. That's a 27 to hit.
That hits.
That's advantage is an amazing thing. Oh, that's a 1. That's 8 damage. The last one raises his bow and fires at Losk. Losk, that's a 23 to hit.
That hits.
That is 13 damage. And that brings us back to Liana.
Oh, I forgot about sharpshooter. Whoops.
Sorry, sheets just disappeared. Let me pull that back up again. Come on, D&D Beyond, behave yourself. Otherwise I'm going to make her attack with a staff. She raises her hand and stars appear above her head. She sends them straight at them.
She's Strife. She's a Pokemon now.
Let's show time on screen so you can see the damage. That is 15. That's 27. She strikes a fresh enemy for 42 damage.
Holy shit.
It is wounded. Lost, you're up.
Alright,
Strix, we completely forgot you had haste, by the way. I'll remind you of that next turn. Lost, carry on.
the one that, Tylon in hurt isn't dead, right?
No, it's very wounded, but not dead.
Alright, I'll try to use Chill Touch on it.
Mm-hmm.
23.
Battle hit.
Alright. That's a whopping 4 damage.
That's enough! You can't. It is dead.
Can I would like to finish him by strangling him.
Please do.
Yes.
Alright.
With the hand.
Anything else on your turn?
No, that's it.
Okay, Luvon, you stand flanked by 4 guards.
Okay.
One is
What's the
majorly
bonus?
injured, and 3 of them are not.
Okay. Use a bonus action to Blade Song.
Mm-hmm.
Lost gets 10 HP, by the way.
Thank you.
Oh, nice.
I'll leave the injured one to my party. I'll attack an uninjured one and cast Booming Blade as well.
Okay. Roll to hit.
14.
No, but you do have Bardic Inspiration. No, you don't.
Oh no, I
I
actually
have
give it to me. Yeah.
I was gonna say.
Yeah.
Alright, my second attack.
Hmm.
It's leaving less, never mind.
Yes, the armor is a little strong. Even for your Shadow Blade.
That ends my turn.
Oh dear. Painful. Strix, that brings us to you. How much health did Luvon get?
Luvon gets 10 HP.
Oh, the power of this Twilight Cleric, I like it. Strix, it's your turn, and you have haste, don't forget. 2 actions. But
I
only one
can't
spell.
cast 2 spells, though.
You can cast a spell in the cantrip. Just not a spell in a spell.
For my first trick,
Mm-hmm.
For
will-
my first trick.
run over to Losk and use Cure Wounds at the 2nd level. That's 12 HP.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, thanks, pal.
Nice.
No problem, buddy. My
Gain the favor
bonus
of the board.
action, I will spiritual weapon someone?
There's one that's fairly wounded.
Then he will be my target.
I thought he might. Smack him, you have advantage. It is coming from behind him because Navon is in his face. That does
23.
hit.
11 damage.
He is brought to his knees with damage, but not dead.
And then with my hasted action, I will hold the dead on the person I just spiritual weapon. They need to make a wisdom
He's dead.
16.
He's dead. That's a 1 wisdom save, and he's got 1 HP. Does that conclude your turn?
And I get 6 temp HP.
Nice. Does that conclude your turn?
Just remember, if he had passed, he doesn't take damage.
I know. But 1
Okay.
does not succeed. Talon,
Yeah.
you're up. 3 guards
Yeah,
remain.
Talon's
All full
gonna-
health.
Talon's gonna pop up. It didn't. Oh, he missed. That's right. Okay, I'm gonna shoot the one that Luvan attacked. And I'm
That's-
going-
Yep. Cool. Sorry.
I don't get disadvantage or any penalties for shooting past people and stuff because
No,
of sharpshooter.
Not
In
only
case you were
that,
getting
but
on that.
not only that, but the one that Luvon attacks is actually clear to the right. So
Gotcha.
It wouldn't matter.
I'm gonna do it with sharpshooter. So I take
Yeah.
a -5 to my roll.
Yes, and start doing actual damage. That'll hit.
A 13 will hit.
Oh, of course, this is rolled before the thingy. No, but if you add your bardic inspiration, you'll be able to hit.
So what's your bardic inspiration, or is it
D6.
just literally a 1?
It's a d6.
Is it?
Or
Okay, how about a 17?
Yeah, that's perfect. That hits.
Ooh, this guy's not gonna like this shit.
Maybe.
10,
Go to sleep, it'll be funny.
21, 31. That is 35 damage.
Okay, he appears wounded. And for that, he will try and shoot back at you. Are you bonus action hiding?
Yeah, bonus action hiding.
Okay, he gets a 15 on his perception check. Give me a stealth roll, please.
Island gets 9 temp HP if he needs it.
No, you need
Oh,
to
those are
stealth. Yeah, you need to
rolls.
stealth.
Whoops. Okay, I'll just do the math for those.
Can you
those
even
are both
get
17.
below a 12 on your stealth?
Oh no,
No,
I
okay, it
can
doesn't
get
matter.
a 12.
Okay, realizing he can't see you, he lashes out viciously with his bow at Strix. That's an 18 to hit.
That
I don't know
will
why I
miss.
rolled perception.
Okay, that's the end of his turn. The next one will slash at a spear with Luvon. At Luvon. Oh dear, that's an at 1. That's the end of his turn. And the next one will also spear at Luvon. That's more like it. That's a 24 to hit.
Shield. Now I'm up to 28.
Beautiful.
Holy shit.
Yes, blade singing's cool. And that brings us back to Liana. And Liana will look at one enemy, raise her hand, and point.
Okay, it's finger of death.
Yes. 70
Wait, did I really get
30.
You stole her thunder.
Oh, wait, you really cast finger of death?
Yes, she did. And I think 57 damage might cut it.
Oh, shit.
She points at one that hadn't yet attacked, and she executes it. That brings us to Losk. You have 2 guards standing in front of you, 1 injured, 1 not.
I'll cast Hideous Laughter on the one who's not injured.
What's your spell
That's
save
a
now?
wisdom save of 16.
16 now, okay. Sorry. That's not 20.
Holy shit.
My
Alright,
bad.
and then I'm. Huh?
I said, my bad!
Oh.
It's the way the dice
And then
go.
I'll cast Bardic Inspiration on Luvon.
Okay. Speaking of Luvon, you're up. You have 1 injured and 1 full health.
Okay, I'll attack the one that's injured with Booming Blade.
Yep. Roll to hit. That'll
21.
hit. That's enough. It is dead.
Yeah, that was 27. Okay.
Yeah.
And I will,
As soon as the number went over 15, I was like, yep.
okay. And I will booming blade the next one.
Beautiful. Did you not just booming blade the previous one?
Yeah, but it's a cantrip.
You're hasted, right?
Yeah, I'm hasted.
Yes, okay, this isn't two actions of the same... This attacks are the same action. Got you. Okay, carry on.
12, and how much is the bardic? It's 8d8?
Yeah, 1d8.
Oh, it is a D8 now, okay.
Yeah, I thought it wasn't a D6.
Yeah, I thought it was for some reason.
They scale pretty fast.
Yeah,
15.
that's not gonna hit.
Oh, that was my turn.
Okay. He slashes with his spear at Luvon again. And misses. Strix, you're up.
Just the one guy left.
There is just the one guy left.
I will send my spiritual weapon over towards him.
Uh-huh.
For 23 to hit.
Yeah, that'll hit.
13 damage.
Ooh. That thing's racking up. Yep. He is minorly wounded.
Then I will use Toll the Dead for my action.
Okay.
Wisdom 16.
That's a 14.
That's 2d12 because he's damaged.
It is. Oh, how the party grows in strength.
9 damage.
Ooh. Brutal. Does that conclude your turn?
Yup.
You are hasted, remember?
I'll Toll the Dead again then.
I like this haste, do you? Yeah, that's a 5.
I'm not used to it as a caster. 21 damage.
Jesus fucking Christ. Alright, he's severely wounded. Tylon, finish a cunt. Yeah, that'll do it.
16 hits him?
Yes.
Okay.
You didn't sharpshoot this poor bastard, did you? He had 4 HP!
Oh yeah, and I'm about to see how much damage I just did to him.
24 plus.
Definitely just sharpshooted his ass.
24 plus 10, 34 damage. Yeah, that's the end of that. And with that, you feel the power within you grow.
He took 38 damage, sir. Don't
Okay.
forget my poison arrows.
True. And with that, you feel the power within you grow, all of you. And you will level up.
Ooh.
And we shall leave
Ooh,
our episode
spicy.
there, as Liana bids you farewell and heads back inside, leaving you to wander to your accommodation at 8:30 p.m. at night. What did you forget?
It was nighttime.
Not yet. It was
Okay.
8 o'clock.
Because Shadowblade can attack with advantage if it's dim or darkness.
Really? I didn't know that.
yeah.
Okay,
I
I shall
forgot
make
about
sure
that.
I'll tell you what time the battle is before we start.
In my Twilight Sanctuary, it's always dim light.
Oh, perfect. Okay.
Oh, that is brutal.
That's baller.
That is so cool.
Wait,
I forgot
that's
to
so
mention
baller.
that. Yeah, it's always dim
that's
light.
fucking fantastic. What a wonderful combination. So, I'm going to start this off a little weirdly. I never get to go first. So, my MVP for the session. Now, a couple of honourable mentions first. Luvon's introduction was quite pleasing. Playing Liana was great fun. Your reaction to Phyllis was also good fun. But, definitely my MVP goes to Losk saying, I'm not much good at anything at all, and I don't plan to be. Followed by a +2 to all stats. That was my MVP. Moon, who's your MVP?
Come back to me.
Okay, Kira, your MVP.
Come back to me.
Okay,
Ugh.
Kira, your MVP.
Well, I guess finally getting to play Luvon. I get to be evil. I'm usually never evil. I like being evil.
Good, I'm glad you enjoyed it. And then we come to Lavi.
Say finding out that Carrot's a Draco Lich. Like we saw it coming, but at the same time, that really
Oh, it's also Draco Lich,
was
right? It's just one
unexpected.
step further, which is nice.
yeah.
Good. I'm glad you enjoyed that one. Argo?
Yeah, I think finding out Tarot's true identity wins for me as well.
Good, I'm glad. And finally, Timon.
You making me an assassin of fucking Asmodia?
Good, I'm glad you like that too.
Arguably the biggest sack of shit god in all of existence in D&D.
Well, perhaps it's not him. We'll find out. But he's definitely the
On
one that
to the
re-raised you.
So,
So yeah, thank you so much for playing. I hope you guys had a good time. I know I
yes,
certainly
thank you
did.
for DMing.
That's alright. And we will be raiding Josh because he is live and he's playing League of Legends. So please send some love to my husband. And also, speaking of Josh, he is running a one-shot this Friday. Story of mystery and intrigue and murder most foul. I look forward to it. I hope you guys are there. It'll be 6:30 p.m. EST on Friday. However, tomorrow we have Drathnaw Keep, where you will be able to see more Kira. 6:30 p.m. I'll see you all then. Thanks for being here, guys. If you'd like to say goodbye, we shall call it there.
Bye.
Bye.